winds up to 74 miles per hour. Hurricanes are swirly, very dark, kind of a grayish-blackish color. Windy, like I said, 74 miles per hour, at least. Most important, hurricanes are very, very powerful. The most common parts of a hurricane are the eye wall, and the eye wall rain bands. And the eye wall rain bands are curved parts or bands of the clouds that trail away from the eye wall in a spiral fashion way. Hurricanes rotate counterclockwise direction also. That is some things of what hurricanes are. And one more thing. You might think this is weird, but the eye of the hurricane is actually very, very calm. Heavy waves are called storm surge. Hurricanes last for days, possibly hitting several locations. Second, a hurricane is hundreds of kilometers wide. Last but not least, hurricanes can result in huge waves that can cause severe damage and flood the shore. Heavy rains can also cause flash flood in areas farther inland. Next, move on to how they form. Hurricanes get their energy from warm ocean waters, and when water vapor from the ocean condenses, it releases energy. Under the right conditions, this energy builds and drives the winds of the hurricane. Once it is over land, the hurricane's energy is reduced. Even though the swirling winds of a hurricane are not as fast as a tornado's winds, the winds of these hurricanes are much more destructive. That is how hurricanes form. Finally, interesting facts. Even though the swirling of a hurricane are not as fast as a tornado's winds, the winds of these ocean waters are much more destructive, like I said. Hurricanes are also much, much more powerful, and the waves are much more bigger. Like a tornado, hurricanes spin and so do tornadoes. Hurricanes are also similar to tornadoes by they can damage an area at least 50 miles wide, but they are also different by one is from the ocean and one is made from the sky. First off, let's talk about what thunderstorms are. Thunderstorms can have a tornado. It produces lightning, heavy rain, and hail. Next, I'm going to tell you how they form. Thunderstorms can form in different ways. Often, the first stage of a thunderstorm has strong, quickly rising currents of most air. Clouds grow as moisture condenses in the rising air. The clouds have both ice crystals and water droplets in it. In the storm's second stage, precipitation starts to fall, which pulls some air down with it. The storm has now upward and downward moving currents. In the storm's final stage, all the currents are moving downward, and the clouds get smaller as precipitation falls. Remember that the condensation and precipitation of thunderstorms are parts of the water cycle. That is how thunderstorms form. Now, on to the structure of them. This seems weird, but thunderstorms are actually small-sized. Every thunderstorm produces lightning, as I said before. The heavy rain can lead to flash flood, and flash flood is very, very dangerous. Strong winds, hail, and tornadoes is also dangerous and associated with thunderstorms. 2. Finally, to what you've been waiting for. Some interesting facts about thunderstorms. The typical thunderstorm is 15 miles in diameter and lasts an average of 30 minutes. Nearly 1,800 storms are happening at any moment around the world. Lightning kills more people than tornadoes do. That is the interesting facts I have for you today. Oh, one more thing I'm going to tell you how thunder and lightning forms. Thunder is caused by lightning. Lightning heats up the nearby air, causing it to expand. The expanding hot air collides with cool air, creating sound waves that we hear as thunder. Lightning is caused by the movement of positive and negative electrical charges toward one another. Also, like a thunderstorm, tornadoes can happen anywhere. Like a tornado and hurricane and thunderstorms, all three storms get very, very severe. First off, let's talk about what tornadoes are. Tornadoes are a massive, powerful cloud that rotates and touches the ground. They destroy anything in its path. Another thing is that tornadoes can move anywhere they want to. Tornadoes form by layers of wind in a storm blow at different speeds or in different directions. Between these layers, a column of air starts spinning like a log rolling on its side. Then upward, winds lift one end of the spinning column. In fact, another thing is hot and cold air mixes and the sky turns kind of a blackish color. And it'll be humid out, and also clouds will start to rotate. That is called a funnel cloud. That is how tornadoes form. Now let's move on. What are the structure of tornadoes, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. Tornadoes can damage an area 1 mile wide and 50 miles long. As I said before, tornadoes can destroy anything.